Hi to everyone. This is Srinivas, natural healer and fitness expert. As I said in the earlier video regarding different diseases, here in this video I am going to give you the information about cardiovascular diseases. Today, most of the deaths are due to the cardiovascular illnesses, and one half of these were sudden and from coronary artery diseases. These includes coronary thrombosis, myocardial infarction, and heart attack. The food we take daily plays a major role in the health of cardiovascular system. By taking proper diet and nutrition and by doing proper exercises, we can prevent these illnesses. Even though if you have any illnesses, by doing proper exercise and by taking proper diet and nutrition, almost any diseases can be reduced. If you don't have any illnesses, you can prevent those diseases in future to attack to your body. Let us discuss about atherothrombotic clots or arterial thrombosis is the number one cause of death worldwide. How these clots will form in anyone's blood? Can anyone guess about these clots? That is excess intake of fats. Fat is nothing but cholesterol. So what are these fats? We can divide fats HDL, LDL and triglycerides. HDL means high density lipoproteins. LDL, low density lipoproteins. VLDL, very low density lipids. Next, triglycerides. HDL, high density lipids. Non-HDL means high density lipids. Non means not good. HDL means high density, which is good to our health. LDL, lethal to our body. LDL, it is not so healthy. How can we get non-HDL? Means bad cholesterol. This is we can get by subtracting HDL from total cholesterol. HDL cholesterol is good cholesterol. It protects against clot formation. For men, HDL cholesterol should be greater than 5 mg per dl deciliters. In women, it should be greater than 40 mg per dl. LDL, low density lipids. VLDL, very low density lipids. Triglycerides are storage form of energy and are mostly derived from carbohydrates. For carbohydrates, the sources are white rice, wheat, bread, sugar, chocolates. All sugar substances come from carbohydrate sources. HDL, as I said, HDL in men should be greater than 50 mg per dl, in women greater than 40 mg per dl. LDL, low density lipids, should be less than 70 mg per dl deciliters. Very low density lipids, not greater than 30 mg per dl. Triglycerides, as I said, these are the storage form of carbohydrates what we take daily. Triglycerides, if we have triglycerides amounts greater than 80 mg per dl, means deciliters, there is a chance of 50% increase in relative risk for CAD, coronary artery diseases. In fasting, if triglyceride amount is greater than 123 mg per dl, then there is a double chance increase in relative risk for death from coronary artery diseases. Doubles. So there is a chance of getting coronary artery diseases in twice if fasting triglyceride is greater than 123 mg per deciliters. Next we have here a formula, BMI, body mass index. How can we get body mass index? By dividing weight in kg by height square in meters, we get BMI, body mass index. In pounds, weight in lbs by height in inch square into 703. Here 1 pound is equal to 0.453 kgs. 1 inch equal to 2.54 centimeters. Here is another syndrome responsible for cardiovascular diseases. That one is metabolic syndrome. It includes combination of visceral obesity and genetic risk, which causes vascular inflammation, increased coagulation, hypertension, and altered vascular activity and insulin resistance. Like this, metabolic syndrome plays a major role to get coronary artery diseases, cardiovascular diseases. Risk factors of the metabolic syndrome. Risk factor may include waist circumferences, triglycerides, HDL, BP, fasting glucose. So, waist circumferences for men, if their waist circumferences is greater than 102 centimeters, for women greater than 88 centimeters, there is a chance of getting metabolic syndrome. If triglyceride amount greater than or equal to 150 mgm per deciliters, then they also may get metabolic syndrome. HDL, high density lipids in men, even though it is good for the health, if the amount of HDL is less than 40 mgm per deciliters in men, they may get metabolic syndrome. If women less than 50 mgm, they may also get metabolic syndrome. BP greater than or equal to 130 or greater than or equal to 85 mm Hg. This is blood pressure. 120 by 8. If it exceeds 130 by 85, they may get metabolic syndrome. Fasting glucose, it is greater than or equal to 100 mgm, they may get metabolic syndrome. Prevention. How can we prevent this metabolic syndrome? Avoid all those risk factors. Best thing is diet change. First and easiest thing is diet change. What diet we are taking, it influences the metabolic activity of an individual. So diet, nutrition, it is vital important for everyone to be thin. Next thing is exercise. It is the cheapest medicine on the planet. Exercise. So many people, they may want good health, but they are not interested to do proper exercise or to implement proper exercise. Even though it is cheap, they may not show interest in doing exercises. There are a lot of exercises. People particularly do cardios, aerobics, strength training, yoga, and they may put that they are expert in something, but exercise is, it should be in a proper composition, then only it will give you good health. By doing particular exercise you won't get proper health. So all components are important to get proper fitness levels. Fitness, does not mean certain sports specific fitness. Overall health, for general health you have to maintain, you have to do all those exercises which are very very important to individual health. It includes aerobics, cardios, gym, strength training, weight management, weightlifting, cardio, cardiovascular strength, cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, stretching, yoga, meditation. All these are very 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 important for everyone to get proper health. Nutrition also very 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 important. Proper nutrition, proper diet, these are very very important for anyone who wants to get proper health. Next thing is, so these cardiovascular diseases, why we get cardiovascular diseases? Inflammation. Here inflammation also plays a major role for an individual to get these cardiovascular diseases. Inflammation. Why we get inflammation? Because of diet, because of smoking, because of alcohol consumption, because of drugs, because of so much of medication. So how to deal with these silent inflammation? The best thing is avoid smoking, avoid alcohol consumption. The best thing is to get counseling. For smoking and alcohol addiction, de-addiction program, you have to go for counseling session. Next thing is medication. Really secondary things for smoking cessation. If anyone shows much interested to avoid this smoking and drinking, they have on their own, they can overcome all these addictions. If at all not, they can go further for medication to avoid these smoking and drinking. There are various substances like drugs. By consulting your doctor you can get those medications. Here I am giving some other nutraceutical substances. The best thing is nicotine replacement therapy. Next thing is hypnosis. Diet to prevent coronary artery diseases. First thing is eating generous amounts of fruits and vegetables. Next, consuming healthy fats such as fish oil, olive oil, canola oils. Next thing is eating small portion of nuts. Other thing is drink red wine instead of consumption of heavy alcohol drinks. Replace the alcohol with red wine in moderation for some time. Consuming very little red wine may good for individual health. Take small amounts of red meat, because of this canned meat may leads to cancer if taken in large amounts for a long time. So better to avoid red meat. Eating fish on regular basis can also prevent coronary artery diseases. Avoid air pollution, avoid any type of pollution, even water pollution also, and smoking, secondhand smoking, like that. So there are so many things may cause inflammation which leads to coronary artery diseases. I also said that proper exercise is also important. Niacin is a great substance to increase HDL, high density lipids. It raises the lipid profile, HDL lipid profile by 15 to 30%. So it is the best thing, natural thing, niacin. DHEA, dehydroepiandrosterone. This is also another nutraceutical. These supplements plays a vital role to avoid coronary artery diseases. Next thing is acetyl L-carnate. It is also a cardioprotective substance, L-arginine. It reduces the oxidative stress. Next thing is fish oil. Next is aspirin. Aspirin is an anti inflammatory and anti-thrombotic effects, which shows anti-thrombotic effect in our body. Next thing is B12 vitamin, folate supplementation. Purified water also plays a major role in our health. Vitamin D supplements, which is also known as calciferol. Proper amount of vitamin D also necessary for an individual to avoid coronary artery diseases. Next thing, coenzyme, CoQ10, ubiquinone, it is also known as. And almonds, olive oils, all these things are necessary for an individual to get or to not to get, to avoid coronary artery diseases. These are all nutraceuticals. If anyone have any doubt, they can contact or they can consult their doctors to take all these supplements. And it is better to avoid hypertension. Even anyone have their heart pulse rate, BP, greater than 140/90, those people have hypertension. It is better to avoid hypertension. Don't think excessively. Don't allow anything to get into you. Better to avoid any form of stress, argument or anything. Don't take anything personally. Just take it easy. Don't allow yourself into the trouble, because whatever we think, they may induce some sort of trouble in our body. Even though substances what we take, diet, especially the diet which includes fast food diet, avoid fast food diet. Whatever we take in the form of physical substances, they may influence our health, damaging. Oxidative stress, it is a process which can damage our arteries, veins. Oxidative stress leads to cancer, different illnesses. All these illnesses are due to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress may be caused by our thinking, depression, anxiety, stress in any form, that is physical, mental, emotional stress. It is better to avoid any form of stress, physically, mentally, emotionally, or in any form. Then only we can save. All these physical, psychological, social emotions are interrelated. One influences the other. So we have to maintain certain activity level. All these things are necessary to get good health. So we have to maintain our health in biopsychosocial perspective way. And the next thing is how to avoid these cardiovascular diseases, as we have discussed. All those things shows to avoid cardiovascular diseases. Next thing is which value shows that you may not get cardiovascular diseases. There are certain proper statistics which shows that by showing certain specific values you may not get cardiovascular diseases, that are optimal scale. Here in this video you can see total cholesterol. The optimum range is 160 mg per dl, less than 160 or equal to 160. If we have greater than 160 mg per dl, we may get cardiovascular diseases. HDL should be greater than 60 mg, good cholesterol. LDL, low density lipids, should be less than 70 mg per dl. Non-HDL should be less than 100 mg per dl. Triglycerides less than 80 mg per dl. Next thing is HSCRP, high sensitive CRP. It should be less than 2 mg per dl. Homocysteine less than 10 mcg per liter. BP 120/70 are equal to 120/70. Waist circumferences, men should less than 40 inches, women less than 35 inches. BMI, body mass index, less than 25. These values, these are statistics. By possessing these values, someone may have far away from cardiovascular illnesses. That means they shows good cardiovascular health. This is about cardiovascular diseases. Hope that you understood these cardiovascular illnesses and how we will get and how we can prevent these cardiovascular diseases. Thank you to everyone who are watching my video. Who don't subscribe my channel, please subscribe to my channel to get update information about your health and other wellness videos. Thank you to everyone who are watching my video.